Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Raiola. With the catch, it's Stewart. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Caught! He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one.
He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Running inside. It's Jackson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Sayin. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Here's Raiola to throw. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bear. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
The Ducks right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. It's complete to the left. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Got enough for the first. He's loose on the right. At the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Looking for space. It's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Going to try to get it himself. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
He's going to take off. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick him up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Run in the red zone, it's Davison. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or hide. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Has it! They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Fourth down, Raiola. Pressure coming. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Sayin from the gun on third down. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. Here's Sayin to throw. Fires left side, it's Smith. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
The run inside. It's Jackson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the whistle blows as they bring out the trainers to have a look at an injured Duck. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Maybe some room here. Fighting off the defender. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sayin fires deep toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Fires to the big fella. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
And into the end zone, and you race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeye!
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Here's Raiola to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Makes the grab. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He lets it fly. Makes a deep grab. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Keep spinning the bean like that, and you start to believe this kid might have the talent to someday be the third 10. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed and so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give them a touchdown.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Still running at the 40. Hits the accelerator to the right. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. On target. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Raiola. Catch in the middle. It's hooked. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in, it's Hooks. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean.
There he goes. They finally get him down, but the explosive play has them set up as we get set for the final 2 minutes of the half. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback, good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Finds a little space. It's a running room. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking, and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't. There he goes to the left. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. The Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Tight end now in motion. Motion from the wideout. They'll give it on the counter. Surge to head for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here's Raiola to throw. The sure hands, it's Moore. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen. He's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all the way. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. Throwing, say it. Fires to the wideout. Smith with the grab over the middle. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Back to throw, it's Sayed. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Lowers those pads. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Buckeyes will go for it on 4th down. Saying to throw for it on 4th. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Breaks a tackle, and he might go to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the point after is good. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Throwing Raiola. Under fire. And down he goes. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Rutgers, taking on the number 23 team, the Wisconsin Badgers. And it's the Scarlet Knights in front against this heavyweight of an opponent today. It's early still, but this one has the potential to really shake up the rankings. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big 12.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
If I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bowl. It's guys flying around, giving great effort, and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position. And right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
He'll pull it down and run. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And listen, QB job number one, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
They'll run it. It's Jackson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Quarterback making checks. Say it. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Coming out with it, it's Bear. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's loose. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ducks. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Here's Julian saying to throw. Open on the left side, it's Smith. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. It's complete. Caught, and he's got room. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there, knowing he's a threat.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Here's Raiola to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Running inside, it's Jackson. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our block.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. Big guy smells it. Give him 6. Touchdown, Oregon! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers now. Obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Sayin to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. That holding call backs them up 10. It's now 1st and 20. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Bringing the heat. Firing to the right, complete. Could not make his way to the corner. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot.
Looking for a big play. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game.
Looking for a deep man. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
They boot it away on 4th down. He'll field the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
The number one key for this defense coming into this game was finding a way to stop this quarterback from running the football. And guys, they have not done a good job of that early in this game. He has been able to get out of the pocket, whether it's been designed runs or scrambles like on what we just saw. The defense has got to start changing it up. They need to spy him more, I think, moving forward.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Raiola. Looking for the score. Touchdown Ducks. Fitted in the window for the score. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one. Goes high to pull it in. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And that is exactly the execution you want from your zone defense, man. Zone defense means eyes on the quarterback. As soon as he throws the football, eye break. Nice job breaking on the football, being physical, not allowing him to make that catch over the middle of the field.
From the gun on third down, say it. Complete. Turning it on. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Buckeye. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The Buckeyes with an answer.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continued to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
See it. He's got it for the 2.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They're going to ride this running back. That is... Big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation that's interesting, do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback?
Snags it, and there's running room. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Hill. Picks up the first down. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Davison. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Here's Raiola to throw. Going for 6. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Now here's Raiola. Looking to the end zone. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the 1st down marker.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Throwing Raiola into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown.
Number 39, set to advance on the football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Makes a grab on the shot. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And that, what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the interception.